Okay, coming up next here from Osme. I'm forgetting photobomb there by Maurice. I'm going to introduce you to 4 new perfumes that have been just recently released to the US boutique world, and going to try some new stuff here, introduce you and see what I think. It's going to be very impromptu, smelling them for the first time. Stay tuned, it's coming up next. Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose and another photo bomb from Maurice. Okay, as you can see, I'm here at Osme Perfumery today, and as usual, I come here at least once or twice a week. There's always new perfumes coming in. Last week, I introduced you to some from Rosendo Matteo, from Bodicea, from Fragrance du Bois, amazing perfumes. This week, and also Widium, don't want to forget them. This week I'm going to introduce you to 4 more perfumes, and I'm smelling them for the first time, so you guys are going to see my response and see what you think. So, first, from Ormond Jane, this is, how do you say this? Arabesque? No. Arabesque. I think Arabesque. So, I don't know the exact pronunciation, but you can see it there. I'll hold it up. And for those of you who didn't know, this is now part of the new bottle. They've changed the bottles. They've made them a little bit darker gray. They've changed the font of the color to more of like a gold rather than a white. You have a beveled bottle on the edges, which is very impressive. And these, I believe now are 88, I believe it's 88 milliliter bottles. Let's get an impression right here. Always got to be smelling, make sure I'm not smelling on top of other. Ooh, I like this. This, the Arabesque. Maurice, Arabesque, I like it, yeah. To me, I'm getting this almost masculine rose. I don't know what all the notes are in here because I have not looked at all the notes in this yet, but we got a little Maurice joining in here.
You know what's interesting about this perfume is that while it is a very unisex perfume,
yeah,
you get this very, almost like a mixture between something Arabic and something English.
Yeah.
Which she is English, and the perfume has a lot of oud, so it's a beautiful
I'm getting
combo.
some oud and some rose and some like you said, almost like smoky, like an Arabic, like I can almost smell like a pipe or something. Is that really unique combination?
Very interesting.
This is, I would say, a little bit different from the typical Ormond Jane fragrance.
Yeah, she's definitely expanding her palette. Well, not her palette because it's probably very impressive, but she's expanding her range of what her brand represents, which is...
While I've got you here, why don't we quickly go? I'd love to just kind of introduce these, 4 new fragrances here. So you have that one that just came in, right?
Oh, the new bottle, by the way. There's a whole thing about it. I would have to do more research on it.
Yeah.
It's 88 milliliters. And I think it signifies something. I'm not sure what, but we'll have to do some research on it. But the way how the bottle feels in your hand is so much better than the original. I thought the original was fine.
It's definitely heftier. It's got, I think, a thicker glass, right? Or something.
Yeah, more legible. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I showed this, so guys, you can see that now you have like a dark gray. Actually, let me block you out there. So you have like a dark gray, and then you have the writing's now like in gold, right?
Yes.
Versus it used to be
thicker.
white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's check out the next one here. So, Supernova.
So Supernova, I've only had it for a couple of days, and if I had one word to describe it, it would be smooth. This is so well blended. It is a very common perfume, very easy to wear.
I want to spray it real quick if you can hold that for me.
Oh, you've never smelled it before?
I smelled it like someone had it on a paper strip. I haven't smelled it on my skin yet. So, let's see here. Ooh, yeah. That is very, again, to me, this is very kind of different from their typical offerings. Kind of similar how the new Ormond Jane, to me, is a little bit of a departure from the typical.
It's very likable.
Yeah.
I think whether you're into niche or designer, this is something that can appease, you know, just like a newcomer or an expert.
So my first impression is I'm getting, I don't know if it's lavender, but that kind of very traditional, like you said, likable, mass appealing smell. Maybe some incense.
Definitely some musk. So these are all brand new. I haven't really.
Yeah, we're giving you like literally our first
First
without
impressions of
any
some of these.
information on these, but it's always fun to just kind of smell. All right, so next you can kind of see, I'm sure a lot of you picked this out, Herba Gold, right? Not Herba Pura, but Herba Gold.
So Herba Gold has been around for a few years, but I think it has been, you know, for their boutiques. And now they're allowing us to kind of like carry it. So in my opinion, Herba Gold is a more refined Herba Pura. Yes, the notes are slightly different, but to me this is more wearable. And the punch that you get from Herba Pura, you don't really get that from this. This is more even keel, more a little bit better blended, more refined. So if you love the original, you will appreciate this one.
So it's unmistakably related to, or a sister or a brother, or what do you want to call it, to Herba Pura. And I did look at the note breakdown a little bit on this one. It looks like they added some pear and it's some other fruits that aren't in the original that maybe make it a little bit smoother.
But the one thing I can tell you is Herba Pura was always, I would say, 65% women and 35% men.
Yeah.
This one is more 50-50.
Okay. Cool. And it was, I mean, obviously very popular, super popular Herba Pura. I wonder why they waited almost 6-7 years to release this to the boutiques in general rather than just their own boutique.
Well, I think sometimes, you know, companies need to have a little bit of exclusivity.
Yeah.
They have to keep some for themselves so that almost their customers or their clientele would have to go to them to get a perfume. And it's actually okay. It gives us the chance to pretty much, you build up this anticipation. When is it going to be released to? And finally it's here. So
Some marketing stuff. Okay.
I think everyone has their own style.
So lastly, we have Bravi from Tamine.
Exactly.
Can you kind of, what have you smelled about this one? Again, this is all hot off the press. We're just kind of smelling it for the first time without a lot of knowledge.
So there is, this perfume is very interesting. It's almost like, it's a different direction. And I'll tell you why I'm thinking that it is a different direction than what they would normally do. The CEO of Amouage is now the CEO of Tamine.
Okay, that's interesting.
So now he's bringing a different take or a different.
I think more of a Middle Eastern or Oriental. Or...
It's definitely especially this line has all been a little bit more spicy, but for some strange reason this one is following the trend, in my opinion, of this milky, spicy perfume. So, you know, if you follow perfumes, you know that milk is a thing that they've been using now for a very long time. But in the past 2.5 years, it's been one of the more commonly used notes in perfume. And this one definitely has that milky accord. Almost like, I think Liquid Imaginaires has one with that milky tone. But this smells like bread. It's like milk and bread. I don't know how to.
That it really does. It smells like a croissant, or like fresh. Like I could picture like a croissant fresh out of the oven, like breaking it and hearing it crisp and like, or not a croissant, a baguette.
A baguette. Okay.
Yeah, not a croissant, but like right?
So I would categorize.
That is interesting.
I would categorize this one as maybe a semi-gourmand.
I would absolutely classify this as a gourmand, not a typical gourmand, which you think of like more fruity or sweet, or this is, it is like, that's amazing. It is like a baguette, like a freshly baked baguette right out of the oven. Huh.
Yeah, talking about, no, you know what? I was going to introduce something, but we said this was 4. So I'm going to keep it at 4 this time. So
All right.
this is the 4.
All right, this is the 4. Then I'll do another one next time. We'll introduce to another one. But thank you as always, Maurice, for jumping in. That was kind of impromptu. I was just going to talk about it myself, but it's always better to have one of the experts here. So there you have it. Again, 4 new fragrances from Ormond Jane, from Andrea Mack, from Serjoff. Again, new in the sense that it's new to U.S. boutiques. And, of course, last but not least, Bravi from Tamine. If you like that kind of baguette, fresh-baked bread smell, that is a truly unique one. Totally, totally unique. All right, I'll be back soon with another video. Thank you, as always, for watching. Peace, love, and perfume.